Good evening, everybody. It's great to be here. Before I start, Nicholas made up his own statement, but I wanted to share a quick story. 2 days ago, Nick came home from school. He goes to Kanapaha Middle School, and he came home and told us that he was having a problem with a boy in his class. And we sent the email yesterday. An hour and a half after I sent the email to the dean, I got a response saying Mr. Mullen will take care of it. And by the afternoon, Nicholas and the 3 boys or 4 boys that were involved were all in the office of the dean talking about it. Thank you, Alachua County Schools, for what you do. Now, Nick would like to go ahead and say a few things.
Hi, my name is Nick. I do not like bullies, but we do not have to be friends, but that does not mean we should be kind or respectful. That is why I think bullying is unacceptable. Thank you.
Okay, my bullying story begins with a friendship that began over 3 decades ago, and it's been passed on to a second generation. It is the story of 2 men who share a common bond of raising 2 sons with special needs and who will move heaven and earth to protect them. It is the story of 2 incredibly courageous little boys who struggle mightily each and every day to accomplish simple tasks that we all take for granted. It is the story of a little boy who last school year was taunted and bullied as a result of a disability. Nicholas was born with a severe brain condition that resulted in his head being oversized in proportion to the rest of his body. He is self-conscious of this, and one of his classmates began to torment him about the size of his head. His mother and I noticed one day he was a little withdrawn and sullen. It took some time to drag it out of him, the reason why he was feeling so bad, but he finally broke down and told us that he was being made fun of for the size of his head. The next day we reported this to the school, and thankfully the situation was addressed swiftly and decisively. Because of this action, we are eternally grateful to the Alachua County school system. There were no more incidents, and I'm ashamed to say the specter of bullying faded from my mind until I received a wake-up call recently that has altered my life forever. In August, another little boy with special needs embarked on a new school year. McKinley lives in Indianapolis and is the son of my best friend Scott and is Nick's best friend. McKinley suffers from a form of cerebral palsy called schizencephaly, which has left him with a significant speech impairment. McKinley began to be abused by his classmates because of his speech impairment, and he too was reluctant to disclose it to his parents. Once his parents found out about the bullying, they contacted the school, and sadly the response wasn't as satisfactory as ours was with Alachua County. Desperate to discover a remedy to help his son, Scott wrote a poignant blog about the situation entitled, "They Make Fun of the Way I Talk and No One Will Help Me." This is what McKinley came home and told his dad. And came up with an idea that has not only helped to restore a little confidence in McKinley, but has profoundly changed my life by motivating me to join this crusade. McKinley School participates in the Box Tops for Education program. I'm sure we have all heard of that. And this program is one of the few things about school that McKinley gets excited about. He's always asking his dad, "Did you get any box tops? Did you get any box tops today?" Well, Scott took to social media, through Facebook, his blog, with a simple request to his friends and family to help McKinley become the box top champion of his school. And the response has been overwhelming. In 6 weeks, McKinley has received in excess of 1,500 box tops from Indiana, Ohio, and Florida, with over 500 coming from right here in Gainesville. This seemingly small request from one friend has helped to bring some cheer to an abused little boy and launched a crusade that we hope will touch lives across the nation. Scott and I are forming a foundation to be known as BFF, Bullying Free Forever, with the goal of educating parents and educators about the perils of bullying, with a special focus on protecting children with special needs. Our goal is to collect box tops on behalf of these heroic children to raise awareness against bullying while supporting the schools they attend. We will concentrate on educating parents to recognize the signs and encourage children to speak out, let somebody know they're the targets of abuse. Sadly, Only 10% of bullying victims ever come forward and report the abuse. Think about that for a minute. For every one kid that says something, there are 9 of them out there suffering in pain and silence. It is our moral obligation that we tear that wall of silence down and defend our children. We are asking all those here today to collect a couple box tops and mail them to McKinley at a school, or you can drop them off at Simplify Coffee House on Northwest 8th Avenue, who have joined us in this crusade. We have informational flyers that are back on the table that tell the story, and I ask you, let's show McKinley, Nick, and all the other victims of bullying that we have their backs. Scott and I are both committed to this crusade to protect not only our sons, but all of the millions of other children who lack the ability to defend themselves. We are committed and proud to carry this message until we can no longer speak. Both of us get asked sometimes, why are you putting so much effort into this? Or how do you cope with the challenges of raising with a child with special needs? To us, it's simple. It's everyday life. We do what we do because Scott and I both share the precious gift that each and every single day we get to hear our all-time favorite superheroes call us Dad. Thank you very much.
Yay.